Hi, I'm Patty.
I'm Kim Michelle.
And I'm Jill. Welcome to our podcast. It's a great day to talk.
Because honestly, what day isn't a great day to talk?
So join us in our conversation.
A Great Day to Talk is brought to you by St. George Design, offering complete website design, social media management, search engine optimization, Google and Facebook ad management, and many other digital and print marketing services. stgeorgedesign.com. And by Richardson Brothers Custom Homes, third-generation builders who have been building custom homes in southern Utah for over 25 years. They will take your dream home from concept to completion. Contact richardsonbrothers.com.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a great day to talk. And I'm Kim Michelle here with my great and fabulous and beautiful. I don't even know if that's politically correct anymore. And really, I don't care because they just are. And I can't help it. My beautiful and amazing and intellectual and dynamic and diverse and all of those other adjective words.
Keep going.
Girlfriends, Miss Jill Burkett on my left.
Hello.
And Miss Patty Richardson on my right.
Hi.
Excuse me, I didn't quite hear that. That was such a little delicate and sweet.
A breathy.
That was like
Hi,
Marilyn Monroe.
Mr.
Yeah.
President.
That was a Marilyn Monroe for sure.
Yeah. She is the Marilyn Monroe of us.
Yes,
I
she
would
is.
agree.
Even
Yeah.
when she's got her red dress over the vent. Oh,
Yeah.
no, it's a white dress.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But it's lady in red.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
So, welcome to our podcast today. We're so glad to have you join us. And we are officially past summer, which means here it is nice and cool because that's what we do here.
Wait.
The temperature always adjusts to whatever the calendar says it is. So now that we are past summer and into fall, we are at a cool 95.
Okay, I was just going to check. I was going to check.
I think my car said 95 or
That's what it said in
96
my
today.
car. And today, officially,
We are, Miss Jill.
we are waiting. What is it with the loading in here?
95.
The internet's bad.
Just trust
You
me.
can't-
95.
Yes, it was that in
Yeah.
my car, and that was 10, 15, 20
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah.
So
And for those of you who are like 95, how do you live in that? Really, it does feel nice and cool out there.
yes, it does.
95.
After
So-
110 and 115 are extremely hot summer, 95 is delightful.
We're so thankful for that,
Yeah.
aren't we?
No one's mad.
Yeah, no, not mad at
In
that
fact,
at all.
Yeah, it just goes down a couple degrees and I throw out my fall decor.
That's right. We are totally fall decor
Went
now.
from 104 to 102 and I'm like, it's fall.
It's fall! Yay! And so that, in fact, is what we want to bring to you today and have you join us. So please, if you are listening live on Facebook, we would love to have you. Hello, Mr. Scott Pullen, and hello, Mr. Charlie Casper. Thank you for joining us today on our live broadcast. And for those of you who are listening, we're going to be talking about all things great and fall.
Great and small.
Not the great fall.
Not the great fall, but great fall.
Fall.
Adjective and noun.
Exactly. For all of you English majors out there, and even for those of you who aren't. Yeah, exactly. So that's what we're going to do on this broadcast today is we're just going to talk about all of the things that we are going to transition our lives in and all of the things that we're excited for to bring in and welcome the fall into our lives.
Yes, excellent.
Yeah.
Even though fall is not my favorite, I think it's my third favorite.
Really?
Yes, absolutely. Of course, we all know summer is my season.
Spring,
Yeah.
fall, winter.
Yes, thank you. Summer, spring, fall, winter. And like when we get to this point, I'm verklempt. I'm all worked up because summer's done. And at the same time, I'm grateful for a break from the exceptionally high temperatures.
Yeah.
And that gives me some relief. And, you know, have you noticed the humidity's kind of been out the last couple weeks too? Monsoon season has rolled away. Have you guys noticed that?
Yeah.
I appreciate that. And I can tell in the mornings when I go out whether the humidity is there or not. It's really interesting. It's really distinct in the mornings, and I've appreciated these fall mornings.
Yeah, they really are starting to be lovely. If I wasn't just racing to my car to race to school, I would love them that much more.
It's the Pumpkin Spice Latte podcast.
It is the
Yes,
Pumpkin Spice Latte
yes,
podcast, Judd. How did you know?
Oh my gosh. Judd is dedicating that to D. Scott Pullen. Well, actually, I'm dedicating that on behalf of Judd to D. Scott Pullen because that is his favorite.
Right.
And love it as well. And the boys, of course, especially Ethan, likes to mock those of us who turn into
the basic white girl with her
Yes.
Ugg boots on.
Yep.
Okay, well, he can live somewhere else.
Well, he truly can.
Yeah,
And
totally.
at the same time, I'm going to own it.
Should
Yeah, it doesn't bother me. It's like,
yeah.
I'll eat anything that you want to throw some pumpkin into. It's totally
Yeah.
fine.
That's one of the things I love about. It's even on my list. So I have watching, doing, what I'm going to be cooking and eating in the fall, and what I'm going to be reading. And one of the things on my list is pumpkin.
Yeah.
I'm going to be eating and cooking that and sipping that in the fall.
Yeah.
Okay.
Starting
well,
now.
So should we just start there?
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to okay, Patricia, do you have some ideas around these 4 genres?
Well, before I talk about that, I kind of wanted to just talk about something that I think is kind of hard as school teachers and maybe parents getting their kids back to school. It's really hard to go to school in August when it's 110 degrees.
Agreed.
Like it doesn't seem like school and football, that should all be fall weather stuff. And so it doesn't ever, like we start school and it just, it's not fall yet. It's like quite a ways away, especially because we start so early in August.
We do start early.
A
We're
lot of-
we're past midterm.
Yeah. And I know a lot of other states start after Labor Day.
Yes. All back east, they start after Labor Day.
Right. And I also think that every new school year is kind of a new beginning. But
That's profound.
I know, but it doesn't feel like a new beginning because it's so hot.
Yeah.
And so the minute the temperature drops to the 90s, I kind of think that's when
We
school
should start school.
Oh,
Yeah.
is school starting for you right now?
Now
Patty?
I'm gonna start school now.
Well, here's the question. So I know that you guys really loved going to watch your nephew play football up at SUU.
Oh, yeah.
And that was like you could get up there and that's, much higher elevation than we are. It's only
Sure.
47 minutes away. And you could wear hoodies there and it's
Right.
that smell in the air because it's, mountain-esque up there. I bet that really was a really fun thing for you and your family.
It was absolutely fun because I think for sure football is fall.
Yeah.
And then,
Unless
except for
hockey.
right, except for when I realized that Riley's like, oh, I got the draft.
Oh,
Oh,
fantasy football draft.
shit.
Yeah.
Now we got.
You said that.
I because I got such crap for saying shiz. I'm just gonna say shit.
Thank you.
Oh, say
on.
it like it is, girlfriend. I love it.
Yeah.
Except now we're off. We're off the air now. But
yeah.
other than that, I love it. I love it. Speak it
is
like it
not.
is, girlfriend.
I'm super happy to have my
Oh, look, it's
I know, look at that.
Hi,
Austin Gibbs.
my soon-to-be son-in-law Austin Gibbs is on here. Always a great time to talk.
It is.
It
To
is a
his
great thing.
soon-to-be mother-in-law.
I know.
That is, Austin, you're doing good.
And I
That's,
think-
that's good.
I think Austin's in about 3 or 4 different fantasy leagues.
Oh my gosh.
And Riley's in 2. And so Sundays from 11 till night is football. Then we have
Of
it on
course it
Mondays.
is, as it should be.
And
Go
then we
Cowboys.
also have it on Thursdays. And
I'm
like,
so grateful Judd dropped the fantasy because he had fantasy football and fantasy hockey.
Yeah.
And I think there's a secret fantasy baseball as well.
Yeah. The only thing I like about fantasy football, and since it starts with an F and it's in the fall, fantasy
be
football.
mindful here.
Fall
Be
fantasy
careful.
football.
Alliteration.
It makes you interested in other teams than the one team you
That you
usually
like.
write.
Yeah.
So you're like, oh, I've got so and so on my
You
know,
say
my
that?
team.
Fantasy team.
I guess
say
I better
that?
see how
No,
they're
I
going.
don't. I don't
do
say that.
I
was just
did.
clarifying.
Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah, you probably did.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't have a fantasy team, but I
Austin,
fantasy for life. It is life. Football is
Football
life.
is life.
Little Ted Lasso.
Sorry.
Yeah.
We're breaking
Yes. So, yeah. And also, in the months of football, my direct TV bill goes up exponentially because, of course, we have to have the NFL ticket. And then people share our NFL ticket, but they don't pay for it.
Can I share your NFL ticket?
I don't know if it has, I don't know how many shares you can have.
I'll pay for it like $4.95.
Yeah, $4.95. And so I say to
month.
Riley, I'm
That's
all,
reasonable.
you know what it costs for us to watch TV that we don't even really watch? This is so dumb. And he's like, no, it's not dumb. I'm like, all right.
Okay,
You know
then
what,
here's-
Patty? I would say give him that. I think you should, Riley. I think she should give. I think she should give you
Oh,
that.
it's not a choice. I don't get the choice.
Well,
it's
wait,
whatever.
Wait, but I think if that's the thing, I'm sure Riley wouldn't mind getting the NHL ticket too, that we could share.
And you could share the NHL
the
ticket.
NHL ticket.
Well,
Riley?
regardless of all of it, Riley's driving and he doesn't have service right now, but
so he can't sign up for it.
can't
oh, then we
listen.
can make all kinds of commitments
Yeah,
for him.
Yeah. So fall to me should be when school starts, but it isn't because it's too hot
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
September, the middle of September, I'm like ready to decorate. I already have a few fall things up, and
Yeah.
I want to stay home from school tomorrow so I can decorate my house.
You can.
I might.
Yeah. Totally.
It's too
Actually,
I do feel
you
a
feel like
fever.
a fever.
hard. It's just too hard to get a substitute, so that's not going to happen.
There
but
was a funny meme about how it's easier to come to school with 105-degree
is.
temperature and a bucket to throw up in than to write subplans.
It just is.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there.
Totally.
But
Yeah.
we're kind of all over here.
Yeah.
So back to the fall
anyway,
thing.
fall. We all look forward to, I bet, new seasons coming out
Yes.
because back
New
in our
seasons
day,
of
new seasons of
television.
all things. Yeah, television.
Yeah, okay.
And back in our day, you watched a TV show September till April or May. And you had to wait every week to get the next season out, and you had to wait for commercials. And if you weren't going to be there, you had to record it on a VCR,
unless it was when we were
and
younger.
then you just kept recording over it. Or if when you're younger, you just missed it.
Missed it. Missed it. Flat out missed it.
Yeah, and there wasn't a such thing as what's it called when you sit through a series all day?
You couldn't
binge
binge it.
Oh yeah, you didn't binge watch. Yeah, you didn't binge watch.
Unless you had them all taped,
Oh yes,
which
yes.
was then fun to go back and
And you had to rewind it and then fast forward. You could fast forward through the commercials. So
Didn't you ever just like record and then record the next one behind it and record the next one behind it and have a whole tape of a whole season?
yeah,
Yeah, that was.
and then somebody would accidentally tape over your stuff.
Yeah.
With the dance recital.
Right.
Oh.
Right. So I think fall is great. I love that the weather. I love fall,
Yeah.
I do too. I love fall.
and I have to say something funny. I mean, it's
You
only
never
funny
say
to me.
anything
It's
funny.
only funny to me. This morning I
She's
woke
funny.
up and I was like, "Oh, I haven't worn this little sweater. It's not too hot because it's like a short sleeve sweater."
So that doesn't even hardly count. It's
Right,
like a
yeah.
shirt.
And
A
so I have
sweat-
kind
a
of this
shirter.
like
A
Sweater.
rust colored shirt, and then I have olive green pants. Can't see. And I got all the way dressed and realized that yesterday I wore a rust colored T-shirt with olive green pants.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I had the exact same outfit on yesterday, just different clothes.
Okay, did anybody notice? I didn't notice,
No.
and I see you every day.
Yeah, I don't have any idea what
B.
you wore yesterday.
B.
Color scheme that works for you.
Well, no, it's my fall colors.
That's
apparently.
right. But wait. We also teach on an A-B schedule.
Yeah.
So yesterday was an A day. Today was a B day.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Nope. Nobody knows any better.
Totally doesn't
Until now.
matter. It just is funny that I have more outfits of the
You're
same
in the
colors.
fall
I'm in the fall,
mood.
yeah.
Well, you're
and
a fall
having red
coloring.
hair,
Yep. That's
fall
your
works
season.
for me. I like fall.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are my warm tones. So I match fall.
And your heart matches fall too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I do love fall
warm.
too.
So weather, decor, I like pumpkin. I make pumpkin chocolate chip cookies.
Yeah.
That are really good. It was a recipe from a student I had years and years ago. His mom, because he was a little tricky, his mom would send me cookies.
That's code.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And she brought me cookies, and so then I needed the
Yeah.
recipe.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Delicious.
yeah, that's about it. But yeah, I'm going to be watching. Well, we talked about the morning show.
Yeah.
Oh my
that's back
gosh.
on.
Jennifer Aniston and Reese Witherspoon.
If you haven't watched this show, you've got to watch the show.
Steve Carell, it's
It was not based
On Apple.
on
yeah, it's on Apple.
reality. All of the things that happened with Matt Lauer came out after they had already pitched the
Yep.
show.
Yep.
Mhm. And then I think they added a couple
They
things.
added some things, yeah. So when you watch it and you think, "Wow, I'm having a little bit of a flashback or a deja vu," it is so connected, and yet not purposefully.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be kind, rewind.
Yeah.
Yes, Jed.
Hello, Blockbuster.
Well, remember if you took your video back and you hadn't rewound it,
You had to
you
pay a
had to
fine.
pay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
I don't remember what it was. That was sure long ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ted Lasso, of course, came out a few weeks ago. It's third season? Second season, and they're only having 3.
I know.
they are. Why?
They're going to
That's
end
what
in
they
their
planned.
prime.
I hate it when people
I
end
know,
on
a
a
tear.
high note.
I know.
I want them to
We want them to run until they run it into the
Well,
ground.
yeah,
Until
and
I'm over
especially
it.
because when the show ends and then your friends are gone.
Ted's right. I want to know what's happened to Roy. I want to stay with he and Keely's relationship, and I want to know how Ted does. And what about Beard after this last episode?
Oh, this was
Wow.
a interesting Beard
Coach
episode.
Beard?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, then,
Well, Ted won
no.
lots of stuff on the Emmys, right?
Lots.
They
Yeah.
did win a
Yeah.
lot, and it was fantastic because
Yeah.
it deserves it. And you know, one of the things that I've heard is that from some people that they have an issue with the swearing that's in the show.
Okay.
And it's not everybody that's swearing. It's one particular character. And occasionally there's an occasional word from others, but it's part of his character. It's characterization for him so that you understand, so you get him, you know?
and it comes out with
And it-
his niece, too.
Yes. And it's not, I always feel a little bad when people make a judgment straight up when they hear a swear word that does not resonate with them. If it's good literature or good movie show, whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I know there's other good shows too, and this gives us a bigger perspective of other people, other lives, other, and it's just
Culturally, yeah.
culturally, because we know that outside of our community,
Things are
it's
different, yeah.
very different. And especially when you're in Europe, I mean, that's just a normal occurrence. And so anyway, that was
Yeah,
my
I
little
definitely-
public service announcement. right there.
I put it on to, I wanted my mom to watch Ted Lasso. And I said, it has coming to the end of its rope.
Get it.
Well,
But
this is one
gee.
thing. Dad jokes don't end in the fall.
Yeah,
Do
they
they?
do not.
Scott Pullen.
Ted Lasso is coming to the end
And
of
it's
its
his
rope. Lasso, rope,
Lassoing
get
it up. Yep.
Awesome. Your mom.
My mom said, I said, look, Mom, this is the best show right now. You've got to watch it. And so I brought my computer over to show her a little bit. I'm like, look, it swears, but it's just look past it. It doesn't matter. It's not. It's the best.
It's not the story.
It's not the
Because
story.
it's so sweet.
Yeah.
Really. It is.
Oh.
There's just such a sweetness to
Yeah.
this show. Yeah.
My youngest said, it makes me want to be a better person.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a show that actually Max has sat down and watched with us. And if
Yeah.
Max actually sits down and watches a show with us, then something is happening.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. Something's wrong. But anyway, that's a good one. I'm
what
glad
about
you're watching
Ozark?
that. It's not coming
till
until
like November.
No, later
What?
than that. I just heard Jason announce, my close and personal friend Jason Bateman, that it's not coming out until like around January, like into the new year.
That's killing me.
I know they keep putting it off, but that one's crazy.
And that will be its last season as well.
Yep.
I'll probably have to start watching all the seasons again so I remember what happened.
Well,
So
that's
that
what we
when-
did with Ted.
And it's not bad. I could watch Ted Lasso over and over. I don't even care.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Kim Michelle, what are you going to be watching?
Well, I'm going to be watching, speaking of football, so we did go to Cedar City to watch the high school football game this last weekend.
Oh.
And I said to Scott when we were leaving, because it's like 100 degrees still here, do you think we should take a jacket or a blanket or anything? So we look it up and it's going to be like 75 degrees. We're like, no. And I'm thinking, well, I'll just grab a blanket just in case. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So it probably was still 75, maybe 78 degrees. And if we hadn't have had our blanket, we would have been
Had to leave
freezing
in the
to
car.
death. Yes.
Well, we don't acclimate to that.
I know.
Yeah.
As
So
the chameleons that we
yeah,
are.
exactly. So I love watching football in the fall and that crisp fall air that we're going to have here very soon. So I enjoy that. And I'm sure that we'll have a chance to go up and visit my family up north and see some of the fall leaves change, which I
Right.
just think is Mother Nature's beautiful way of reminding us that painting came from nature first. It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
so beautiful and always reminds me of Nova Scotia when the leaves change like that. And we'll be back riding our bikes as the weather gets a little cooler out there. So excited
that's
about
good.
that. But I'll be watching Succession, which is coming back. That'll be starting October
I didn't know that.
17th.
No.
Oh, Patricia.
Is
you
that
gotta
on?
get
What's it
that.
on?
I want to say HBO, but I'm
Yes,
not
it is
exactly
HBO
sure, but
Go.
I think it
Yep,
is.
it is HBO Go.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, of course, Utah Jazz starts in October, preseason October 4th, and then their regular season starts October 20th.
Okay.
So
All
we'll definitely be watching that. And the morning show, we got that hooked up. And then the Great British Baking Show starts September 24th. It's like, this weekend, it's back. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for that to come back. I've missed it so much. I don't even understand half of the things they're saying on there. I don't understand what it is they're making, and I don't even care. It just brings a smile to my face every time. And then there's a show on Netflix that is probably going to be more difficult to watch, but I am going to watch it. It's called Worth. And it has Michael Keaton that's starring in it.
Wow.
And he is tasked with analyzing what is the value of a life as it relates to 9/11.
Oh,
And
my.
what are
I
they
did.
going to pay
I did.
out?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I know that it is much more of a serious contemplation, but I think that it's probably one that across the board is valuable for people to be able to
Sure.
watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna be watching that. So I'm excited for that. I'm gonna be
Well,
cooking and eating all
yeah.
kinds of fun stuff.
Our good friend Jennifer Berger is saying that she loves A Million Things, New Amsterdam, and if I love, I used to watch This Is Us, and I got out of it, and I need to go back and pick it back up.
I
it back
don't
up.
know New Amsterdam.
I saw it on some. I haven't watched it, but I
It's
saw
a medical.
Is it? I'm just going to
Yeah.
jot it down because I
New
have
Amsterdam.
this whole
Yep.
Amsterdam. Okay. Because I'm keeping a list of.
And those are all on regular network television.
Oh,
Okay,
okay.
yeah.
So
CBS.
Hulu, you can see them the next 24 hours.
Yep.
Judd's watching Evil People.
No,
Are
I
you
think-
talking about us, Judd? Or
I think he said he mentioned Succession.
Oh,
Yeah, instead of the nice guy Ted Lasso.
Instead of the Ted Lasso. Succession. Oh my gosh.
Really?
Yeah.
So Good. You're going to have to start the old seasons.
Yeah, you're
so
going to have to watch
prepared.
the, yeah, 'cause
Okay.
yeah. Mhm.
I want to know when it's starting.
So we have a little bit of a family feud going on at my house because I feel like I watch everything people want to watch.
Sure.
And so I'm like, okay, I'll watch what you guys want to watch.
Right.
And most of the time I'm like it or I don't care. But I started watching this HBO show called Frayed. And it only has one season, but next week, second season coming out. And it is a British, well, she's from New Zealand, but it has that British dry humor. And I love it.
Yeah.
And no one will watch it with me.
I told you, I've watched it, and we should get together and finish it.
Yeah.
I only have a couple episodes left, and you're
Yeah.
right. It's really, really,
And it's like
funny.
a dramedy.
yeah.
So there's some dramedy and it's funny. And I guess there's not everyone I would recommend it to.
Yeah.
But my son-in-law, not my soon-to-be son-in-law, but my actual son-in-law, he watched it with me. And he's like, yeah, I would watch it again. And then my older daughter said this weekend, I'm not against it.
Not a raving endorsement,
Yeah,
but nonetheless.
I'm like, okay, let's get together, watch Frayed. And then we're like, Community.
Right.
Like we've seen Community 50 times.
over and over
Yeah.
and over and over. Wow.
Well, and Jon Stewart is coming back to
Right.
television. So,
Right.
yeah,
With
if
a
you're
beard.
a Jon Stewart fan, then, you're probably looking forward to that.
So who took his place in his show? Was it
Well,
Noah, Trevor Noah, or
Trevor
was
Noah.
it Oliver?
No.
Trevor
It
Noah.
was Trevor
okay. Well,
Noah.
Trevor's not going anywhere, so
Right.
it's
He's
got to
not.
be
It's
a new
totally
show.
new show.
Okay. 'Kay.
And it's only going to be, I think, twice a week.
Okay.
Is how he's going to start it and
Interesting.
initially come on.
Cool.
And I think it's going to be more of a panel kind of
Oh.
discussion. So it'll be interesting to see
Its
what
format.
that's gonna what that's gonna look like.
Interesting.
Well, my friend
Yeah.
April will be very happy. She loves Jon Stewart.
He's so
Yeah.
incredibly smart.
Right.
Well, okay. The things that I will add to that list, because I'm on board with almost all of those, seriously, is hockey. Specifically, Max's hockey games,
Oh, for sure.
which I'm so happy because they do stream them. And while I watched several of them, a lot of them on stream last year, live stream, this year, with restrictions being a little lighter than they were last year, I'll be able to go more. And that was like, what is up with this chair?
Yep. Okay.
Did you hear that squeak?
That was maybe not the chair, Jill.
Liar.
Good,
It was. Oh my
good
gosh.
save on
Isn't
that.
that like the worst feeling though when you did not fart and people say that you did fart? I did not. It was the squeaky chair. I always sit with my legs cross-legged up here, and that's anyway. Okay, stop. Enough of that. Hockey, and Max's hockey, and this is Max's senior year. So this is going to be after this year. I mean, Ethan played for 4 years on the high school team. Max, this will be his 4th year on the high school team.
What will you do after this?
We're going to save a hell of a lot of money on gas driving up north,
And equipment.
and just like I'm going to be sad because we've watched them play hockey since Max was 4 and Ethan was 7.
Yeah, that's so fun. But they do have. I mean, Judd's on an adult team, right?
Judd is, and Max wants to play on the adult league as well. And Ethan, when he's done with school and not working on campus at night, wants to get back to playing. So there'll always be hockey in some form in our lives, but you know how it is watching your kids do stuff.
Yeah.
So that's what we do in the fall. Well, we do it in the fall, and we do it in the winter, and we do it into March.
You have been amazingly dedicated parents around that.
Yeah. So, well, Judd more so than I, because he also drives and coaches and all that good stuff. But that is something for the fall that
for sure.
I really,
Look
really
forward
love
to.
and will be watching.
Yeah,
Yep.
good.
But other than that, like it's the same as you guys, Succession, morning show. I have to look at my list. What?
Oh, the dad jokes. What do you call a
my-
teacher who doesn't fart in public? A private a private tutor.
Okay.
I'm dying. If
Are
you just
Scott
came up
and
with
Judd
that,
in the same room? That's
Scott,
what I want to know.
it
Are
was
they in the
just
same
a
room?
lower abdomen?
Abdominal what?
Hyperpropagation.
You guys. See what you two started?
My goodness.
Holy cow, we couldn't just let the squeak of me moving around on the seat turn into anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, okay. So we're moving past that.
Have either of you ever farted while you were teaching?
No.
Where people knew?
No. Did you?
But you should tell us all about it, Patty.
No. But I did. I was
As someone that you know?
I was student teaching, and my brother happened to be in my Spanish class, and he and his friends, and I walked by, and I crop dusted them. They kept like fighting each other because they thought someone blaming
farted.
it on each other.
This is a confessional from
Oh,
Patricia
can we edit that
Richardson
out?
and
I'm
Jason.
sorry.
Jason, tell all your friends.
Jason, oh
Tell all
man,
your friends.
they still laugh about it. It was
That's comedy.
30 years ago. Anyway,
So
last time
related to
it was actually the
fall.
last time I farted.
And was it in the fall?
It was in the
That's what we're talking about. Back to
I'm
to
sorry,
our
I'm
fall
sorry.
jokes. Yeah, watching. We're just gonna move right past that. Fart jokes over. OVER. Okay, so what will I be cooking?
What will you be cooking?
Well, because
Can you smell? Oh, wait. What Jill is
Stop it.
cooking?
ridiculous. Bad transition. Bad mom joke, KM.
Okay.
Bad mom joke. Okay, no. Well, okay, here's the joke, because we all know that I don't cook, right? Except for the 3 holidays in the winter, Thanksgiving, Christmas Eve, and Christmas, and who knows which ones I'll even attempt this year. But I found a recipe this last week that I made. It was an actual recipe that you measured out ingredients for. Yep. I didn't go buy the ingredients because that would be too much work. So Judd did for me. But here's the question: have you guys tried the cold foam at the coffee shop that has cold foam? There's a couple of coffee shops that have it, and it is so good. So instead of like a milk
foam.
or a almond milk like I do, or soy milk or whatever, or half and half, it's cold foam, and they pour this cold foam over the top, and it just kind of sits
Of
on
your
top
hot drink?
of your hot drink or your cold drink. And so then you sip, and the cold foam, comes with it.
Foams you up?
Foams you up, baby. Let me tell you, it's a pumpkin cold foam.
What?
And you made it?
Yeah, and I made it with ingredients that I measured out and everything, and it's so good. I have to say, if you would like the recipe,
Can
please
we
let
put
me
it
know.
on our website?
Oh, of course.
Later?
Yeah. not
After
right
the
now.
show?
Yeah, because I get on there and I can't figure it out now. Yes, absolutely. It's so good. So one thing I will recommend is do not whip it as long as I did, because then it turns into more like a whipped cream,
Right.
and it doesn't like float across the top, so that when you take a drink, then it comes through that cold foam.
So whip it, but don't whip it good.
There it. That's better than the fart jokes for sure.
Sure, for dang sure.
Oh, sorry. Oh my gosh.
So that is what
I'm
I
excited
will be,
to have that.
Yeah,
Me
I'll
too. Make it
be-
for me.
I will be cooking, and hopefully Max will be cooking pumpkin chocolate chip business at our house.
Oh, he is a little cookie. He likes to make cookies and banana bread.
Yes. Although he hasn't made banana bread in a long time. But regardless, I hope he gets back on the chocolate chip cookie thing.
Yeah.
Chocolate
I
chip
love
pumpkin
chili in the fall and breadsticks and lots of cobblers. We do lots of cobblers in the fall, and of course we love pumpkin. So
I make a lot of soup, and probably my favorite soup I make is chicken cabbage soup.
Oh,
and it's almost
yeah.
like button soup, where you start with a button and then put all
Everything
the rest
in
of the
it.
stuff in,
I think that was called rock soup.
or rock soup.
Wasn't that
yeah.
that story? That
Yeah,
children's book. Okay.
So I'll do chicken and tons of vegetables, whatever vegetables I have. I like all of them. And then at the last, and with a tomato, I'll do like my bottled tomatoes or a tomato juice or my I'll sometimes do my tomato spaghetti sauce. I'll throw a
that
jar of that in it.
Scott would love
So it has
this.
that with all the vegetables. You would not like this.
But
And-
Scott would love it.
And
Yeah.
at the end, I chop up a cabbage and throw it on top and just put the lid on and let the cabbage kind of wilt.
Okay.
Yeah.
In all the
Scott would
years
love
that
that.
you've talked about that and that we've been friends, not once have I ever
Tasted it.
tasted that.
What?
I seriously, that
Right.
and it sounds so good every year. And
I usually send you a picture.
you do. Thank you. Yeah, it's always
That's what a
looks-
great
always
friend
looks so
does,
good.
Patty.
Yep.
And yet, no, because we know I don't cook. I don't.
Well, but the problem with soup is I don't know how to make soup for 2 people.
no, you always make a great big.
And I don't know how to.
You
Cut it down.
shouldn't. You don't.
I know.
And again, I've never had it.
I know.
'cause you
Okay.
have friends
Okay.
that would love to have
So what I'll
it.
be doing this fall is I will be making soup
and sharing it with your friends.
Sharing it. Super
Aw,
chill.
I love that. That's the Ted Lasso way.
It really is.
It really is. Yeah, it really is. Yeah.
I
So what
love
are we
all
going to
that.
be reading?
Ooh. Well, let's see. What do I have for reading? I'm going to probably be reading all the things that I have started. I don't know that I have anything, I mean, except for my monthly book clubs, right? That
Yeah.
I read for those. But there's nothing that I'm really jonesing to get my hands on. Do you guys have anything that you're
I
jonesing
have
on?
I don't
something.
have a book right now.
That I know nothing really about it. So this is I'm putting it out there, but like I said, I really know nothing about it. But I came across it, and for whatever reason, normally I research the heck out of a book before I I read all the reviews, way overthink it, way overthink it. But I saw this Under the Whispering Door. I saw it for whatever reason. It just spoke to me, and so I just got it. And I'm committed to getting that right up there on my reading list, Fast and Furious, because now that I have some things read for school, I feel like I can finally now read a little bit for enjoyment, which I'm so looking forward to, because this is my favorite time to also go outside when
Right,
it's
'cause you
cool in
can.
the morning, cool in the evening, hopefully maybe raining just a little bit, and you go out there and you read. Just wonderful. So I'm looking forward to that, and I'm going to read Circe, which was Bree's suggestion.
yes.
So I've put that on my list as well.
I just wrote
so
it on
those
mine.
are the two that I'm absolutely excited to dive into and get those
Yeah.
going.
I just added that one too because I do remember
Yep.
that from our conversation with
Yep.
Brie.
Yep.
Good one.
I just real quick with Bree, I jumped on her TikTok a couple days ago, and she does a great job. You can watch her; it's like a minute cap, or just discussing a book, or she'll have a couple different episodes about the same book in just a minute. But you get to see her, and she's
Delightful.
just so fun to listen
Yeah.
to.
She is a smart young woman.
Yeah,
I
for
really
sure.
like her a lot.
Yep.
I am going back to reading because I'd stopped reading it and then started again. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Yeah.
Love it. Just
So
love
I'm-
it.
I'm jumping.
Love
I'm going to
it.
finish that one.
That's
I am.
awesome.
I'm going to do it.
Yeah, and one of the reasons I did Under the Whispering Door is because we had a conversation about fantasy and moving more into and embracing that genre. And it's not a genre that any of us really have just totally embraced. And it is in that realm. It is in that genre. But I just spoke to me, so there you go.
great.
I'll keep you posted.
Perfect.
Do you find that a lot of your language arts students pick that fantasy genre
Yes.
a ton? And
I
so I don't have
have
a
a
lot to
lot.
relate with them because I haven't read a lot of the books they have.
Yeah.
Because it's not my
Oh gosh.
jam.
They,
So
that's
need
what
to
I've
do that.
noticed. Kids that tend to be avid readers, I've noticed that seems to be their genre. So, well, let's talk about what. Okay, I'm throwing in a little what I'm thinking about for the fall.
Okay.
What we're thinking about tradition wise.
Oh,
Okay, so one of the things that I am already thinking about and love so much, that's one of the traditions of our family, is celebrating Hallowmas. I know. Look at the pregnant pause. Look at the look on it. You guys didn't know this about me?
I did. I just don't know I can't remember what it is, but yes.
Right.
So
I'm waiting.
I'm really excited
Nobody-
to hear about it. I just wrote it down so I wouldn't remember.
Are you going to tell us about it?
I
or
guess I'll tell,
Okay.
of course, because it's not like a thing. So, well, it is a thing, but it's not a commonly
Celebrated
thing. Yeah. So Hallowmas comes on the end of fall solstice, and it is around Halloween. And originally, Hallowmas came from the pagan celebration of bidding Mother Earth goodnight, and thanking her. Not really bidding her goodnight; that happens at Yule Day, but thanking her for the harvest, thanking her for all that the energy that she has put into providing for us, and how beautiful our earth is and all that she's done to contribute to that. And also thanking our ancestors for the journey that they have taken before us to bring us to this place that we are. And so Hallowmas, we always celebrate it in October, and we celebrate it at the lake. And so we, sometimes take pictures of the people that have passed that we love. And we take gourds and small pumpkins and things like that. And we take candles. So the candles we light in honor of our ancestors. And then we each recognize what we're thankful for and what we appreciate that has been provided for us on this earth, as far as the beauty and the harvest and all those kinds of things. And then we gift to Mother Earth these gourds and these pumpkins. We gift back to her something that came from her, that grew from her, and thank her, and then we eat cupcakes.
Awesome.
So
everybody's happy.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's been,
There's a happy ending.
there's happy, and we've done this for, the kids were in early elementary when we started celebrating and thanking Mother Earth for all that she provides. And of course we do at Yule Day.
Yeah.
Bid her goodnight and tell her that we'll wait for her till she wakes again. And that's when you light the Yule log and all of those practices and came long time ago, back long before there were all sorts of not crazy. I take that back. All sorts of different organized religions. Yeah.
Right.
So
on the gourds, do you put them in a fire?
no, we all take them wherever we want. We've had our little conversation and we've visited and spoken what we're thankful for. And then we all go off on our own and have our own moment and leave our gourd. And then we come back together and eat cupcakes.
I love it.
And it's really it's so connecting to the earth, and it's so connecting to nature. And there's been years where my kids will just be really kind of snotty or obnoxious about it because they're teenagers, and it's like, sure, why do we have to do this? Blah, 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 but it's really something that has meant a lot to me.
Oh, that's good.
And interestingly enough, because we always do this at Lake Powell, so there's this beach that we would go to when it was exposed, right? Now it's so high up we can't even get to the beach.
Are you talking about
in Navajo?
Navajo?
Yeah, it's in Navajo.
Aww.
It's just past the big sand hill.
Mm-hmm.
So we left gourds there one year. We came back I think it was the next 2 years, and there were squash and pumpkin plants.
I love it.
Yeah, so it's just like that whole circle that I love so much.
Yep.
So that's one of our fall traditions. Being at the lake during the fall is magical.
Yeah.
It's just a whole different feel.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's lovely.
what do you guys do in the fall?
Well,
Football, besides that. Like any traditional things?
nothing
Patty's
cool.
shaking her head.
I don't
for
even
those
know.
that-
I know we will do like Can-Am rides because the weather's better. And we like to go to Kolob
Right.
in October because you can still go to Kolob. But we haven't been to Kolob for a lot of years, but we used to almost every fall break.
Okay, but wait a minute. You guys have an Anderson family tradition.
We
The
did
pumpkin painting.
yes, we d-
Yes.
so Riley's family we paint pumpkins.
Uh-huh.
And for my family, and we're talking aunts, uncles, cousins, so there's 100 of us, we carve pumpkins.
There you go.
And I don't think we did it last year because of COVID.
Yeah.
And now we're getting so big, it's kind of hard to all get together. But it was something I wanted to do about 25 years ago because I had moved back to St. George probably 28 years ago. I'd been away for a few years and came back, and I wanted to see I want to see all the aunts, uncles, and cousins. Let's do Halloween.
Right.
And then it just became a thing. And
So
and
that's a really cool
it's fun
tradition.
to see all the kids. And so it's like my aunts, uncles, my cousins, their kids, and their kids.
Yeah.
So it's just so many
And
generations.
Think of the connection that you've created all those years with and all of those kids who talk about those experiences that you created.
Right.
I love that so much.
Yeah.
Love
And
that
I've
so much.
hosted before. My sister has hosted a lot. My mom used to mostly host, and then I've had another aunt host here and there. But I bet we've done it. I would say we've done it 25 times.
That's so great.
Yeah.
Do Halloween.
So great.
Yeah. That is great.
And all the little kids come in their costumes.
Oh,
Yeah.
those are priceless, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You cannot take those there's no money that pays for or replaces those kind of memories for
right.
sure.
And it's good, especially as you get older and, you
Yeah.
know,
So maybe it's the one
traditions
time you
sometimes
see.
become more important. Yeah.
Yeah.
One time a year you see each other.
Your aunts and uncles and cousins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
cool. Very cool.
We don't have a lot of cousins and those types of things. It was just our family, our
Right.
immediate family that grew up here
Together, yeah.
in the States. Everyone else was still back in Canada. But Halloween is
Your yard.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
I
Come
mean,
on,
it's a
that's
huge.
crazy.
It's a
Yeah.
huge.
It's an undertaking.
It is. We love Halloween at our house. Our kids love it. So I think our neighborhood loves it, that we love Halloween because we really, Scott and knocks it out. You know, our house is already up and running thanks to Scott, and we'll have full decor out for our neighborhood. And a lot of times we'll have to meet the kids out at the sidewalk because they'll be too scared to come up to the doorway. But a lot of the adults will come to the house just because that's the house they like to come to and see. So we love that. We love Halloween as a holiday, and we love that our adult kids love it and they love to come back. And
It's like you guys are like the Christmas house where everybody goes to see the Christmas lights. You guys have always been the Halloween house.
Yeah,
we
like
do
Claire
that.
on Modern Family. She always has to have the best Halloween or the best, scariest Halloween. But my favorite picture of the three of us are in our witch hats at your house for your Halloween party.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
Yeah,
was so
loved
fun.
it. Yeah,
Why-
And
totally.
let's do it again.
Right
yeah,
now.
let's do it.
Right, where's the hat?
Scott, we're on our way, honey. Hurry.
Get the stuff out.
Well, dang.
Yeah,
ladies.
we're done.
We could keep going, but
There's so many fun things about
There
this
really
time.
is.
things.
And
There
I
really
think-
is.
I think with each season, I mean, we don't see a lot of seasons here in St. George,
yeah.
but I love to drive to Cedar Mountain and see the changing of the leaves,
Yeah,
like you
it's
said,
so
or
beautiful.
up north, or but it's like a new birth every time,
Yeah.
It really
and
is.
I like that feeling.
the
yeah.
the circle of life.
Yeah. So wherever you are, as you step in, as you say goodbye to a wonderful summer season, whatever that was for you, and you step into what is the fall season for you, and whatever that means for you and your family, from our families to yours, we hope that you just embrace it and really enjoy whatever this next fall season brings to you and your family.
Yes.
Till we talk next time, have a great evening.
Happy week. Happy fall.
Yes.
Thanks for listening to It's a Great Day to Talk.
Be sure to follow and subscribe to us on your favorite podcast platform.
And until next week,
Get out there and talk.
This has been a production from a podcast studio.